news items here. I'm just going to be talking about business evaluation, and I'm going to be going through that. So with that being said, how you guys doing? I'm assuming you're all doing good. To be on Sunday evening, to log on to a meeting like this, all dressed up, and I see all different windows. So I have a nice look at what is going on. So that is great. So let me give a quick background of where I'm coming from and what's going on. So me and Pia, I was born in India, in a middle class family. So you know what middle class family means, right? So my last name, again, you must be confused with the names out there. He said Abhijit, and then you see AB and Pia, you're wondering what's that. So I shortened my name, and I'll go through that also why. Because when I came to the US, they would sometimes, pronunciation becomes a problem. Some call me Abhijit, some call me different names. So I said, let me simplify it for you. So I called it AB. So if you know your ABCs, you know me. So I kept it as simple as that. And then the other thing, as I said, I was born in a middle class family. My last name is not Ambani or Advani. So money was not a great deal available, but it was not a challenge. So we were able to live the lifestyle we wanted to. We did some basic, education. We did some basic trips like maybe Nainital or Ooty or Kodaikanal, or for some of you who don't know these places, Lonavala, Mahabaleshwar, those places we did in vacation time. Goa, not so much, it's only after marriage. But anyway, we went to all those places whenever we could. Our vacations are also very relative vacations, which means we'll see where our relatives are and friends are, and then we'll go and visit them. That's how it was. We were not lacking for anything, but we did not have abundance of anything also. Abundance was only love and food. That was only abundance. Everything else was exciting. But great education. And then I had three influences in my life at that point. First was, in my family, my dad's side has 9 uncles, and all of them are doctors. So we saw their lifestyle, like a lot of money and a good stay. I say, okay, maybe that's one thing I need to do. My dad happened to be an engineer, but we did not have any business background. The second influence I had was that, I looked at movies, and movies was my thing. I used to love watching movies. Even today, I love watching movies. The story in the movie was the best. I would see all this hero like me, having a nice house, nice food, enjoying, and having a lot of money, nice cars, everything. And by the way, he never went to work, no job, but he was always having fun. So I liked that life. I said, I like that. My parents were not ready to give me that kind of lifestyle. They gave me a couple of options. Either, how it is in India, right? Either become a engineer, or you become a doctor, or you become, my parents were willing to invest in a small cart and say you can go, door to door, Bhangarwala or whatever, that they were willing to do. So I say, okay, no, that's not what I want. But I like the lifestyle of what I saw in the movies. I say, let me see how I can do that. So and my parents said that, then for that you need to study hard, get good grades, and make your marks. And then it's easy in India to make marks. You just put everything in and throw everything out, right? And then you get your marks. So I was good at that. So did that, got through campus, got a nice job in software. And that was great. And then within a couple of years, I was in the US. And then, but after coming here, I realized that the job which they never talked about was still there. It's like, how you get a salary, but there is a tax component. They never talk about the tax component, but it's always there. The same thing happened. So I saw everybody's lifestyle like that. And I'm like, no, that's not making sense. Why would I leave everything back in India and come here and I have to do the same thing? But I said, okay, let's see what else can we do. And then realize that the corporate is only going to give you so much. And I'll cover one slide which talks about that. But then I said, okay, what are my other options? And that's where I looked around. I was fortunate that I met somebody, and they're luckily on the screen also. But I saw their lifestyle where they had fruit on the tree. They could they could wake up when they're done sleeping, and they could do what they wanted to do. They were enjoying something called as 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday. Okay, you guys don't seem to enjoy that. So, okay, maybe 6 Sundays and 1 Saturday. That was their lifestyle. I had all working days and weekdays and things like that. And then what I also saw was that, look, they had family, kids going through private school and things like that, paid for, but no stress at all, because money is taken care. Yes, they were not ultra rich living in some other planet or something like that. No, but they had that peace of mind that you could see on their face. And that I said, look, I like the fruit on the tree. So when I talked to them, they said that you need to qualify, that you need to walk through a process. And I'm assuming that all of you who are out here are going through a process for the first time or things like that, or some of you are already part of the process. And that's great, because it is important to understand that, look, I did not come from a business background. But for me to understand and work on businesses, how do I go about? You need to qualify for something. Now, luckily, they did not ask me for any educational qualification, so I didn't have to fill in any resume. And I'm sure none of you were asked to fill in a resume, right? Because that is what we call as professional line. No, just kidding. But anyway, but there are some characteristics we look for. But during that period, I also got married, and I'll have Priya share her part of the story. So.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I think it's almost good night for you guys, but good morning to everybody in US. My name is Priya, and like he said, I got married to Abhi, and I came to the US, the land of everybody's dream. And everybody said, since I'm from Goa in India, everybody said, "Wow, you're going from West Coast to West Coast." So that was a big deal. But after I came here, we were married. We both had good jobs. I had a okay job, but I had a job and I was happy with what I was doing. But I realized that there is no security. I mean, 9 to 5, we would go different ways. Evening, morning we leave rushing, grabbing a coffee and just running around. 5:30, we are both exhausted coming back home. And, the discussion was what for dinner. If there was nothing, the discussion would continue. That was life, and weekends was just daily activities. So I said, did I come to the most beautiful country, the land of opportunity or whatever, to do this, my whole life? And that is when we saw the business. And we said, you know what, we can get some security through this. If not, for in the future, if maybe I decide to, stay at home, become a homemaker, a mom, we could have some security in life, some choices in life. And that's when we saw the business that Abhi is going to cover next. So with that, here's back to Abhi.
Awesome. So, for some of you thinking, oh, Goa, great, because I was from Pune, so I'm like, Goa, great. So, but yeah, for me, it is still great because my in-laws stay there, so I get treated royally. But, and then I get to see all the different pieces, and one day we'll cover that, we'll all have some fun times there. But anyway, the other thing is also, since some of you are still very uptight, I am going to be drinking something out here. I live in Livermore. This is not wine. This is just an energy drink. Okay. So don't get confused. So, I'm going to share some slides also, as we talk through a story, because, as you are right now going through a process, and that is great. And why do you need a process is because, this is going to be a business opportunity, and a business opportunity needs some things. If somebody is going to, this is what the people who are working with me, and his name is Suresh and his wife Sandhya, they said that, look, for us to run and do a business with you, one, we need to have some mutual trust, and there should be some transparency. Now, trust is very, very funny because it doesn't happen overnight. You have to trust and they have to trust you too. It takes time to develop. So I realized that upfront, saying, okay, there's some trust to be there. And for being transparent, it means that, you can't have any hidden agenda. So you can't be saying something and doing something different, right? So that is important. You got to say what you're doing and mean what you say, right? That was important if you are going to work together, because this is not going to happen overnight. This is not going to be something that you get started and then we'll see you after a couple of years when you're successful. That's not how this will work. So they talked about that. And the other thing they wanted to find out was that, look, we can educate you on some details and give you some facts, but how do you make your decisions? Do you make your decisions based on opinions, or do you make your decision based on information? See, because before everybody else, my biggest, Google has been there around and have been there for a long time, but Google is a search engine. It is not a research engine. So there's a difference, right? You can search for a lot of good things there. And in terms of facts and opinions, yeah, my opinion is that I'm like, the best person on earth. But that's my opinion. You may have a different opinion, or my wife may have a different opinion about that. The other thing is yeah, so she has to say that today. I'm sitting by, but just kidding. But my opinion is I'm the best singer in the bathroom.
You're not.
And she knows exactly how good at singing I do. So anyway, but there are things which you got to realize and you got to understand. How do you make your decisions? The biggest thing which I realized over time was that, look, I have to build a case for myself. because the person who's helping me at the same time was trying to work with multiple other people. So what are they going to look at, and what are we looking at from you? Is one is whether you have integrity and whether you have character. Now, character is very funny. You get your job based on your credentials, but you keep your job based on your character, right? And then whether there is some reason why I have to want to do something. Yes, for me it was I needed to something more, but everybody has a reason. And if your current sources are going to give you something, then great. And then you don't have a reason. And that's perfectly okay. But if you have a reason, then it's more fun, right? Then otherwise, why will you want to do something extra? If you're getting what you're looking for in life already through what you're doing, then great. Then you don't need anything more. Right? And then the other question was that, we realized that how do you look at people? Do you look at people or do you look at profits? The pandemic has shown what companies are doing, right? Whether they're looking more at profits or they're more looking at people. And then ultimately it comes down to what is the decision-making process. How do you go about doing decision? Is it a logical decision? Is it an emotional decision? Is it a combination? Is it based on facts? So I had to build that case, and that's what you will have to do. We are looking for that because we can work with everybody, but not at the same time. So right now we're looking to work with few people to understand that we are looking at people who are having these qualities upfront. Right? These are not something which you can teach, but it is important that we cover them. Now, why is this all important? So I'll give you reasons why. When I say ambition, sometimes it's very confusing. It builds down to either you have some values or some dreams, and you're looking to do in some of that. And I have listed a few items here, and there could be much more than this. Okay. Now, it could be maybe you're believing in some principles or some legacy you want to keep behind, or some spiritual things you need to do, or maybe you see some with the pandemic you want to do something more, and it must have shown you how much you can do and how much you cannot do. Right? At the same time, you also want to understand what are your dreams. Maybe you have something more. See, it is like this. Right? Let's step back. See, when you are a kid and when we were kids, right, if you were given a white piece of paper and you were given a pencil and you were asked to draw something, what will you generally draw? Right? Most of us drew like three mountains, and then you had a half sun raised with some rays there. Then you say, oh, I need some birds, so you had some birds drawn there, right? And then you drew a nice river, right? And then then you say, oh, we need to have a house, so you put a house, you put some trees, you put a house, and then you put one person of yourself, right? We all drew that kind of thing, right? So maybe, and we always drew only one person. Social distancing wasn't born in us, right? But anyway, but nobody, I don't know if anybody drew like a bunch of buildings and things like that. No. And then after that, we had maybe a boat in that river and things like that. That was a drawing, right? Now here's the belief, right? When we got into job or whatever, here is what was taught to us, that study hard, get a good education, get a good job, work hard. What will happen is that you'll get enough money that some things will be paid for, like, your basic bills and all that thing will be done. And after that, whatever remains, you can build that dream home. You can have that house by the mountains with the river out right beside, right? Or whatever you wanted to draw, you'll have that. My question to you is, how is that dream doing? If you're the person saying, no, I don't need that, fine. Maybe, as I said, maybe that's not your ambition. Maybe you don't need that. And it could be anything, it could, things I've listed here, things I have not listed here, right? If you're all happy with the vacation I lived in Pune. So from Pune to Lonavala, if that's the only vacation I'm happy about, great. But if you are saying, no, I want to go to outside the country, yeah, you can always say Nepal is outside the country, Sri Lanka is outside the country, maybe Lakshadweep or Maldives or things like that. But how about going to Europe? How about going to US? Or how about going somewhere else on vacation? Not for a job, on vacation. If that's what you're looking for, I don't know what you're looking for. And again, it's a very personal question, and you don't have to conform to any of these answers. You have your own reasons. So before I move forward, I just want to understand what is the audience I have, so I can target it accordingly. Because as I look at these pictures, I'm assuming all of you are very successful in what you do, but I know some people are new. So if I can have the host quickly share or have the people who are new here for the first time, share their name and who invited them, what is their background, and maybe one line as to why they came here. Keep it brief because we don't want to keep you all for too long. So with that, Ankit, if you can help me.
Yes, Abhijit.
All the people who are
So,
new.
to all the new candidates who have joined it for the first time, can you share who has called you up and from which city you are and what profession you are doing? You can raise your digital hand. I can see Nipun.
I think Nipun, can you unmute
We have to
yourself?
unmute. Yeah, we have to unmute him.
Yeah, Nipun, can you unmute yourself?
I think his
Then
video
can
is stuck.
okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mohammed Shamil is there.
Hi Abhijit, this is Brito. Brito and Joyce.
Hey, Brito, I know you well, so, so okay. Anybody else? Mohammed, you want to unmute yourself? Mohammed Shahid, right? Is that how you pronounce your name? Okay.
Yeah, hi everyone. It's Mohammed Shamil. He's from Malappuram, Kerala. He's a computer science student.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Welcome. All right.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
okay. Anybody else we have or?
Mr. Ezil Arasu is also there.
Okay.
I am Rohan Tosar, but this is my second time meeting attending. So is it counted?
No,
Or-
that's fine. If you're still not signed up, then yeah, absolutely. So Rohan, what do you
Yeah.
do, Rohan? Where are you from?
I am from Mumbai, India,
Okay.
and I am currently studying chemical engineering.
Okay. Who invited you here, Rohan?
Because like I love businesses and I love to analyze businesses and just to be a part of it. I love
Okay.
that.
Okay. Who invited you, Rohan?
Maddie, sir.
Maddie. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Maddie and Divya. Fantastic. Okay. Anybody else, Ankit, we have, or I can continue. Maybe I can take one more.
You can continue. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So you came for your reasons and welcome for that. And your reasons may get fortified over time, and that's perfectly okay. But let's talk about, if you have a reason, how do you go about doing things? And this is something which was shared by, you need to stop. Okay. Was something which was, there's a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He built this and this model has been there, but let's understand and analyze what this is all about, right? There are primarily 4 ways of making money legally. Okay, illegal ways, and we'll not talk about today. But anyway, so on the left hand side, you see employee and self-employed, right? So most people, and in these 2 quadrants, if you're at the top, you make a lot of money. Like if you're an employee and you are in the top 5%, absolutely you make a lot of money. The primary requirement is that you have to all be working very hard there. Second, you need to be really intelligent. To become a top class employee, you have to be really intelligent. Like a senior director or senior VP or a CEO or something like that, right? Not everybody aspires to be a CEO, but not everybody becomes a CEO, right? You have to be really smart and intelligent. Remember in school, the front benchers typically are in E today. And then some of them are self-employed, like, some doctors, professionals, or some, maybe some media specialists, or maybe some, I don't know, independent consultants, or maybe some web designers, or things like that, top of the profession. There are a lot of people who are like that. They're self-employed. And in both these things, the thing is that you have to put in effort. And you can, if you're in the top 5% bracket, absolutely, you can be really, really wealthy and really rich. However, there is one challenge in the E and S quadrant. The challenge is that you have to do work, you get money. You have to do work, get money. So work, money, work, money, right? Because there's a limit. There's only 24 hours a day. You can only put in X amount of effort in the day, and for every week of effort or every month of effort, you get paid, right? That's how it is. You stop working, you stop getting paid. Is that true? But these are two great ways of making income. And most people, as a matter of fact, 99% of the world population falls into this category. So there's nothing wrong in that, right? Now, I know you can also be in the government employee, but I know government employee hits a ceiling somewhere. I don't know whether they even have pensions today, but anyway, in a regular employee, unless you are in a proper job, you may not be able to reach to the top. And the employer will never pay you what you're worth, right? They'll only pay you what the job is worth, and you know that. So I don't have to. I'm teaching to the choir. But go to on the right hand side, so you can become a business owner. Yes. Now, if you're saying that, okay, I will have a small business, couple of employees, then you're still a self-employed. You're still working for the job. When I meant business owner, I'm looking at people who have employed people from the E category and S category, and there are like 500, 600 people working for them, and where they pay them the salary or whatever, but then they get extract work from them, and the business owner can then do what he wants to. He doesn't have to show up to work every day. He can be like, couple of months, he can go and do whatever he needs to, and still the business runs. That's a large business. So that's like, you're really in the last name has to be Advani or Ambani or something like that, or maybe somebody else, maybe a Mittal or something. My last name is Bagade, so I still did not qualify into that. But anyway, if you're not in that category, high-end category, most people think they're a business owner, but if they're running a small shop with few employees, they're still in the self-employed. If you still have to put in your time and effort, then that you're not a big business owner. You may be a business owner, but I'm not denying that, but that's not what I'm referring to. And it takes time and effort to do that. And then the last space is investor. Investor is somebody, yes, one stock of Reliance and one stock of I don't know what else you have. Flipkart is not going to give you an investor. Here I'm saying, maybe you have invested 1 crore or maybe you have invested 10 crores. Yes, in 5-6 years, you can double that income. That 5 crores can become 10 crores. Absolutely. But to invest 1 or 10 crores, how much time will it take for you to first save up that money? If you're saving based on your current income, if you're saving like say 1 lakh a year, you calculate how long it will take for you to save 10 crores before you go and invest, right? So but then there are people who are investors. Now, the investors are people who really, really make it well. And again, if you are in the top 5% in any of these categories, you are doing very good. Otherwise, you're not. The world population, only about 1% is in the B and I category. Most people are in the E and S category. So nothing wrong in any of them. It's just how you put it. Now let's talk about, if that is so, then what are we going to do? What are my options? Because remember, you had some reasons why you wanted to do something. So what are your options? Now, if you want to become a business owner, which is what the focus of today's discussion is, you've seen industrial age, right? We are the fortunate population where we saw our parents or our grandparents in the industrial age. We saw them, where you invest a lot of money, you create a factory or something like that, and then you employ a lot of people, and then work gets duplicated. So that was industrial age. Then came information age, where you didn't need to invest that much in creating a factory, right? You had only a computer and maybe an internet access or Wi-Fi access, and you were good. You could create something with very less overheads, and you could create a information age company. And today we are in something called, and then you duplicated yourself, right? Or you do different things. You could still hire other people, and then you can create a bigger business in that. And that's the information age. Today we are in something called a social age, where you are leveraging social commerce to do a lot of things. You see the site of influencers, where you probably are on Facebook or you're on YouTube or something, or Instagram or whatever, and then you have a bunch of followers, and people get paid because you have a large following, or because you create some content and that content goes to several people, and because of that you get paid, or you make income from that. That's social age as of today. Now that is where businesses are today. Either you're an industrial age business or an information age business or a social age business. The question is, how do you and me, who did not have any business background, because I didn't hear anybody coming from a business background, how can we participate in this? What can we do? Because the only equity we have today is time. We don't have a money equity, because to do any business, typically what stops people from doing business is investments. In industrial age, the investment was very large. In information age, the investment is not that large, but you still have some investment of time. In social age, you still have some investment, but that is also in time. But how do you do that? How do you channel it? Because you have to understand that, and unless you understand that it is and leverage it, you can't do it. So it's important to understand. So let's understand how it was working and what is the difference. In the industrial age, the money was created because of assets, and that is true even today. So any business creates something called as assets, which keep paying them. So today, how do you create assets for somebody? Most of you said you're in a job or self-employed. So what do? You take your time, you go to your job, and that builds your employers, the big business owners, asset, right? They pay you some money, absolutely. And then you use that money, you go to some store and you buy some stuff, right? Whatever is your stuff. And then you get those products, but the store owner gets his asset built. Yes, over time, what they did was that they converted those stores from a regular store to a .com store. Maybe you went online and shop, but still you are building that asset. So because understand, where is the money? The money is in the distribution channel, right? You have a manufacturer creating something at X rupees. And by the time it comes to you as the consumer, there are multiple people in between. There's a wholesaler, there's a jobber, there's your retail store, right? All these people are in between. They add their percentages on top. Let's take a very quick example. Maybe the shoes you bought recently. Nowadays, I know we are all working from home, so we may not be buying shoes. But okay, let's talk about the pajama you bought, right? So the pajama you bought probably cost you like 10 rupees or maybe like 100 rupees, like good quality pajama. It has to last long, a full day meeting. So 100 rupees pajama. It probably cost the manufacturer only 10 rupees to make. And somewhere the money went in between, right? Isn't that true? So all those people in between made money, and you are the consumer. You are supposed to be king, correct? You are supporting all their businesses. They're all in business for themselves. You are not, but you are king. Supposed to be king is king, right? It's not just king is king. Everybody is king. Consumer is king, but you are a poor king, man. They are having nice vehicles and cars, and you are still helping and supporting them. But that is how it is. That is reality. Now, if you are the king and you are actually on the business side and you are building an asset, fantastic. If not, then what is the point, right? So what happened next in today's information age? You have a different asset, which you are not leveraging, or it's being leveraged for you without you realizing. So what happens today, right? Today you are using Facebook or Insta, and you are creating a group of people, right, who are following you, and fantastic, you're doing that. It didn't start day one, but over time it started. Now what happens when you go to your network? Let's say you buy something or whatever, right? And you tell that is your network, right? You tell your network, hey, what is going on? And then everybody likes, right? You've seen that? Or let's say you buy, the same pajama you buy, you like the pajama, you put it on your network, your Facebook, hey, look, I got some great deal or whatever, right? You do that. And because of that network, you are the people who are part of the network, all of them say, yeah, what great, man, this is fantastic, right? But who made the money there? You don't make any money. You just have mental satisfaction. Hey, look, I got this stylish pajama. That's it. But the people, because of you saying that, some of your friends are going to buy those pajamas or similar kind, or they're going to go to that store and buy. Now, the people, when they go and do that, those owners are going to make money. Those .com companies are going to make that money. Isn't that true? Doesn't that happen? And you do that even today. You like a restaurant, you tell about that restaurant. That restaurant owner gets new business and you advertise for them, right? Or you like a movie, you tell somebody about the movie, your friends go to that. Some of your friends go to that movie, and then because of that, the theater owner's business went up. Doesn't that happen today, right? But you don't get any benefit except mental satisfaction. But somebody's asset got built. Somebody's asset got built, right? And that is what is happening today. That is what the information age is all about. The network, you are leveraging that network or whatever. You're putting time. You're probably also investing some money in that. Great. You're going again. You're doing the same thing what you did in the industrial age. But the difference is now you have some people working for you. Now, what is different now is that people also say, okay, maybe I can also sell. And sometimes you sell to customers, but you're not selling anything to customers today. It is those companies are selling to your network. So the companies who are building their asset, they're also selling to your network, and they're making all the money. But what if you get a percentage of that? That is what our model is all about, right? Because you are good at building networks. Each of you, if I were to ask you individually, how many people do you have as following you on your Insta account or on your YouTube account or on your, I don't know, Facebook, I don't know whether people still use, but Facebook account or maybe LinkedIn account. You probably have maybe 100, 200, 500 people sitting there right now. It happened over time. And all of you like for all good things and don't like for bad things, right? You in this pandemic, everybody has become fantastic cooks, right? So we put our picture of the nice food you made and everybody's liking them, right? Even though they have not tasted the food, it could be burnt underneath, who knows? But everybody's like, God, great food, right? So that's what it is, right? Now your network, somebody is going to make money out of this network. Realize that. See, Zuckerberg, who's owner of Facebook, did not create Facebook just for time pass, right? You created the network. Yes, you are having time pass, but he's making money, right? Same thing is true for Instagram. These guys are all making money. Do you realize that the person who's top of that pyramid, who's created that structure, is making the money? In your job also, right? The guy at the top makes a lot of money. You don't make that much money. Isn't that true? Right? Same analogy, but difference. Right now, then you'll say, okay, then what can I do? Yes, you can also leverage something called as platform economy. This is the new term you have heard about. You'll see about Uber. Yes, or you could even buy an agency if you want. I know some people say, let me buy an agency of maybe iPhone and let me sell iPhones. Yes, you pay that iPhone, the Apple company some money. They give you all the instruments. So long as you are your own infrastructure, you can sell them. Absolutely no problem. But if you have your own infrastructure, you have to invest now to create that infrastructure to sell iPhones. That includes insurance, that includes location, that includes all the taxes, that includes all the electricity, the water, and maybe you have to employ employees out there. Or you could say, okay, I'll leverage the platform, say Uber. I have my car and maybe I can be the driver. I can be the Uber driver. Fantastic. You can do that. And you will get paid also. The Uber company will take a percentage of the customers. They will even give you customers. And fantastic. And see, they have brand, like Apple is a brand, so it works. Uber is a brand, it works. But what is in it for you? For you, you are still an employee, or you are like an employee, or maybe you are self-employed. Because how many cars can you drive at the same time? Only one, right? You can't have like 10 cars driving by yourself. I know we had Ravan who has Dashavatar, 10 heads, but even then, I don't think you can drive 10 cars at the same time. Then if you're going to employ 10 other people, then you're still a small business owner. And see, I have nothing wrong against employee. I'm also an employee. But you know how good employees are. Quick test, sample test. If your boss leaves at 5 o'clock, or if your boss's Zoom meeting is going to shut down at 5 o'clock, are you going to wait on the Zoom meeting after that? What time are you going to be shut off from your boss's Zoom meeting? If he doesn't close the meeting, you're probably gone right away. Or even when we used to go in person work, if your boss left at 5 o'clock, what time would you leave? 5:01? Hopefully the other direction, so he doesn't catch you. I know right now we don't do 5:01, we probably do 9:01 or whatever, but still, isn't that true? But see, it is always like that. Employee never has any vested interest. Employee's only vested interest is to make the paycheck. Don't take me wrong. I know you like what you do, but it is the vested interest is paycheck. If the paycheck ain't coming, employee ain't showing up. Is that true? No money, no show. It's very simple, right? So that is what is there. But if you look at platform economy, you can leverage it, but you have a ceiling. However, there are some things you can do. You can even change the product. Instead of car, you can have FMCG products. What is FMCG? Fast moving consumer goods. So because car or branded products, yeah, you need heavy investment. You can buy a dealership for Mercedes. Yeah, it will sell. Absolutely. Branded car. But how many Mercedes dealerships can you put in? You have a limitation. And how many people buy Mercedes every day? No. So FMCG becomes a great product if those products are having brands. And brands sell by default. However, the question is, how are you going to do it? Now, what we changed is we twisted the whole thing around. We leveraged your social network. We leveraged the branded products which we have, and we created a platform for you. So you can come in and you can leverage your network, the branded products, and you can make income. That is what we changed. And for doing all of that, you make the money. So for leveraging your network, you make the money. In every other model for leveraging your network, somebody else makes the money. Here, you make the money. How does that happen? And what is this platform? And what can we do about? We'll cover in the next slide. Now you'll say, okay, how do I go about doing all of this? You can try doing it yourself also, absolutely no problem. However, what we also have as part of this is something called as BWW training and education system. Why is this necessary? None of you came from a business background. At least in my case, I did not come from a business background. So for me to getting knowledge and information from the right source was important. Now, this is a group of people who have used certain concepts in business and have got success. And they have put this system together. And in that system, they have multiple things, because today, see, remember, God gave you 5 senses, right? Eyes, ears, smell, hearing, and all that stuff. And then that night Shyamalan came along and he created 6th sense. Remember that? No? Okay. But here's the thing. You learn from different senses, and your experiences, when you immerse yourself, you have to learn through different senses. So we have mobile apps, we have online resources, you have books, you have talks, you have business conferences. All of that is available. So expertise is available. See, because to create a business and to run a business, you need a skill set, you need a mindset, and you need a tool set. You need all these 3. You can't just run a business just like that, right? So you have the skill set to, we don't know what your current skill set is, but this will allow you to build your skill set. They also have some specific tools. And here's the best part, right? It also allows you coaching and mentorship if you're open to that. Remember that trust and transparency, that is where this comes into play. If you're willing to be coached or willing to be mentored, then that is available. Because then that will give you your understanding, and somebody else's experience together will help you put your best foot forward. That is why BWW system was exciting. So when I looked at this, I was very excited about this. Plus, because it's online and things like that, I can run it at my own pace. So that was exciting for me. Then the second thing was the platform, because you can have a great education system, but if your products are not good, what is the point? Who's going to buy? Right? Because ultimately any market or anything needs products. And we looked at Amway. Why Amway? Well, because Amway, and I'm sure you have heard this name. Amway is not something which was cooked here in Livermore or cooked in my house in India. It's been in India for more than 20 years. #1 direct selling company in the world. $8.4 billion in global sales. This is, I know 2019 numbers, 2020 numbers will be there, but in the same range. $61.3 billion in bonuses and incentives paid. I don't know which company you work for. Find out how much bonuses they pay. Do they even publish that number? Very rarely, right? 1,200 plus patents. Any of you PhDs on this room? See, patent happens after you go PhD. You don't get patent just like that. It's not patient, okay? It's patent. So patent is, you really have to be knowledgeable for that and to get to that. And that IP is really amazing. 1,200 plus patents. It's unbelievable. Think about how many patents your company wants, right? Plus 30 days money back and customer satisfaction guarantee on what? So they have products, right? Products are in multiple ranges and available. So they have products in home care, in beauty care, and in personal care. Like when you say home care, see, I know you eat good food and everything, but there are gaps in your nutrition, right? And the pandemic showed you that immunity is very important. If you're eating well so far, then how come your immunity went down? So there are food supplements which are there. That is in addition to your food, which will help you build your immunity. Right? Then they also have home care. They have something called as iCook or things like that, which you can cook on low heat and less oil and things like that. And unbelievable in terms of what they have. Then they're one of the top brands in cosmetics and skincare. So everything which you apply on your face with nail polish or even basic moisturizer, conditioner, or things like that to wash your face wash and all that stuff, or even home care, things to take care of cleaning your house and things like that. They even have something called as high tech, which is for your home air, air purifier system, whether it's in your house or in your car, you can have some good systems. So they have all of this available. Again, all of these are branded. So branded has a value, right? Why do I say branded has value? See, when you bought anything in your household, you bought because there was a brand. When you have a brand, along with that comes advertisements and things like that. Remember, see, I remember I used to buy something called as Lux soap. Why I bought Lux soap? Because it was a brand. But more than that, it was because somebody was, in my case, somebody was under the waterfall and then doing their hair like that. That's what got me excited. But I know people today buy things like that, say toothpaste or water, because maybe Virat Kohli is showing something and from his hand, that's what is going on. Or maybe you are buying some jewelry or something because it's a brand and they have the investments and they can do a lot of things, and you see that advertisement and come. Now today you don't see advertisements on the television, you all see advertisements all online. But because it's a brand, it sells, it has a market value. And Amway Corporation has access to a lot of such brands, which is why it is exciting. They for nutrition, they have a brand called Nutrilite, #1 brand online. They have access to a brand called Artistry, one of the top 5 cosmetic companies in the world. Things like that. So that's why brand for me was important. Again, Amway is in India obviously since 1998, but they leverage made in India. They have investments in India. All the products which are available for India market are made in India, most of them. Right? They believe in clean environment. They believe in equal opportunity. And obviously they're leveraging digital technology. Right? So that's why it was exciting for me to associate with this. I didn't have to worry sitting in the US, how am I going to run things in India? How can I run operations? Because understand, money is not in operations. Money is somewhere else. Right? So I want to spend my time helping somewhere else, not the operations. And they take care of that. Plus, because of the way Amway is set up, it is there in multiple countries, 100+ countries around the world, which allows me access to build my network anywhere and leverage products anywhere. So I wanted to make sure that whatever effort I'm putting in allows me to leverage it for lifetime. In job never happens, right? The work which you wrote or code which you wrote or whatever work you did 10 years back is no longer applicable. Right? You don't get paid for that. You get paid for that time and you're done. But what if you get paid for it all the time? You put your effort one time and you get paid all the time. But anyway, what I've covered at a very high level is Amway, it gives you it allows you to create a platform. And on that platform, they have products and they have a business model and they give you compensation. They take care of all the tracking and things like that for you. There is an education system, which is optional, called by BWW, where mentorship is also available. BWW and everything else around that is optional. Now, what do? You become something called as ADS or ADR, and I'll cover that. And then you learn what is there. You use some of the products and we help you share with some of your network. So you shop, you learn, and you share. And that's how we all make money. Is that cool? At a very high level, if you want to say, oh, summarize this in one slide, that's the summary. Now, understand the model in terms of how it works. I'm not going to cover how it is going to work for you. I'm going to cover what is the model and how the money is made. So realize that. My next couple of slides for engineers is going to be very exciting because that's all about the money you make. So let's talk about what are options which are there for you, right? So you can either become a customer or you can become a retailer or you can become a seller. And you can progress along this path. It's not like, oh, day one I have to be something. No. We believe that, we don't want to force anybody to do anything. We believe you can do things differently. Depends on what your ambition level is and depends what you want to achieve, right? And that's where your dialogue with the person who's working with you will come. So you can become something called as preferred customer, which means all the products I showed you about and some of the products earlier, which includes about 450 plus products, you have them access to that at discounted prices. If you register as a PC, nothing else required. You just register as a PC. You have, so long as you have a cell phone, which will they will send you your OTP code on that, and you are in business. But you're only a customer. Or you can say, look, what is likely to happen is once you start using your products, you may share with some of your friends. And as you share with some of your friends, some of them will want to buy. They have also an option called as direct retailer, which allows you that option to buy. That you can sell the products and people from your network can buy from you. And they can also get it at discounted prices and things like that if they register as PC. Or you can also create something which is called as, you can create teams. Remember the Uber model or other model, you can't create teams, which means if you have one Uber car, you can sell that car. If you want to create multiple cars like that, you can't do that. Here we allow you to create teams. So you can be a seller which sponsors retailers and customers, but you can also create some of your people who are part of your network. They also want to generate income. So this platform and our model allows you to create teams. So not only do we have great brands, but we also allow you to create teams. Because you can create teams, you can create a structure. Big businesses, the reason why they are successful is because they have a system. And the system involves leveraging brands and creating teams so they can duplicate themselves. And that is why Amway was so exciting for us. A lot of professionals got involved because of this reason, because it has a system. And that system is because you can do these two things, right? So let me cover some numbers so that way it makes a lot of sense. We have about 16 different ways of making money. I'm not going to cover all of that. I'm only going to talk about first top 3, and then maybe I'll touch upon some more. So we have something called as retail margin. As you become PC or you become any of the other 2 levels, you get retail discount on the spot, 10% discount. Why not, right? Anybody likes discount? Great. So we have that 10% discount. Then if you're ADS or ADR, then you also get 10% trade discount, right? Then we don't want you, if you are an ADS or an ADR, we want you to be profitable day one. No business allows you profit day one, but we want you to be profitable day one. So long as you have any customer sales, for every customer sales, you make up to 10% bracket of incentive. So which means you have profits guaranteed pretty much day one if you have a customer. How cool is that? As soon as you have customers, you're guaranteed profits. Unlikely to any other business, but that is our unique ISP, that you have profits with that. Plus, we also have something called as performance bonus. As you start giving more and more volume, you will get more and more bonuses back. Because remember, you are a manufacturer and you are a customer, right? The king customer. There is distribution money in here, about 80%. And that comes to you in percentage, from 3 to 21%, along with the other we talked about. Then also we have something based on your structure. So as you start building teams, the next pieces come into play. If you build a proper structured team, you have access to something called as BBI and a BFI, which gives you an additional 34% of bonuses. Then you also have leadership bonus and then enhanced sales commission and several other things. But since our business is global, I'm going to introduce you 2 other terms to you. One is I'm going to call you something called as PV. So since it's a global business, we have a global currency. It's called point value, and BV. So now some of you are Hindi friends. It is not BV, not BB, right? It is BV, business volume. That reminds me of a joke because you guys are so all uptight. You know, they say that 80% of men think that their wives are angry or are mad at them. Right? That's what 80% think. Now, it doesn't mean that the 20% don't think. 20% just are not aware. That's all it is. So anyway, but let me get off that topic. My Priya just stepped out, so I can say that happily. Otherwise, we'll have a different discussion here. So anyway, but we have, so in India, if you have a volume of about 80 rupees, then you make 1 point. In US, this number is different. If you have $3 of volume, you make 1 point. So every country has different currencies. So we have a different global way of doing it. So we have this currency on our own. Now, what the model which we have, which is again approved by Indian Trade Commission and things like that, is that let's say you have a volume of 16,000 rupees, then you make 200 points. At that point, you make an additional 3%. Remember this performance bonus, and this goes up as you sell 48,000 rupees of products, or you have that much of volume, you make 6%. Goes all the way till 21%. So 3 all the way till 21. And this is, by the way, we do every calculation monthly from the start of the month to the end of the month. What is the number at the end of the month? We run the bonus check, move on. The next month, the same thing. But if you have done it right, that volume continues. Right? So in short, this is how it is. And I'm going to give you a quick example of how it all works. Right? So let's say you get started, you register yourself as an ADS or an ADR. And guess what? You first try some of the products which are there. Because that's what you will do, right? If you go any business, you want to know what products you have. You start accessing some of the products. And let's say that you create about 50 PV of product volume for yourself. Fantastic. That is likely that as you start using the products, you will start sharing with your network. And how to do that, we'll show you how to do that. And what will end up happening is you will have we'll help you sell 3, 4, 5 of your friends. We'll help make them customers. And maybe more. Maybe more. This is just a model, right? This is a model where you're retailing about 150 PV worth of products and you are doing 50 PV of personal consumption. So together you made about 1,600 rupees of volume. For that, you got your 3% of this entire volume, which is 480 rupees. Then remember that 10% discount. You got the trade discount. You got CSI. By the way, these products have already come to you at 10% discount at the beginning itself. So these products, so you end up making 2,900 rupees. Not that great amount of money, I know, but definitely it will help in monthly, your cell phone bill and things like that, right? Recharge of your cell phone can happen in that, right? Now let's take it one more level up, right? All these friends of yours, you said you are ambitious as you are. If you are ambitious, your friends are going to be ambitious for sure. Let's assume that you did the same thing, or whatever we helped you do, you did the same thing with 12 other people of your friends. Not necessary 12. This is just a model I'm showing, okay? And it is all symmetric in this model. Life is not going to be symmetric. It is no minimum requirement, no maximum requirement. But let's assume you did the same thing. And in this model, the entire volume which got generated is about 2 lakh of volume in that month. So if each of them is at their own different level and their levels get added to you. So they make their bonuses based on their level. So this guy P1 was at 200 points. P2 is also at 200 points. So keep adding like that. And they make their money. So whatever you made in the first phase, they made in this phase. So that P1 made 2,900 rupees. So 2,920 is what he made. So you deduct all of that, you do all the calculation, and now this is a proper structure which we talked about. Some additional bonuses start kicking in. You make about 20,000, 23,000 rupees. Again, not great amount of money, I know. But if 23,000 rupees per month get cut off from your paycheck, you will realize it. And this definitely can take care of few things. It is not taking care of your EMI, it's not taking care of your nice car, but it takes care of the petrol in the car, right? It's a perspective. It's how you leverage that money. It's all a perspective, what you can do with that kind of income. Take it one more level up. In this model, each of them know 3 people. I just showed out here a lack of space. So here you're at about 8 lakhs of total volume. You do all the math. You're already reached the top of the bracket. At that point, you make about 1.5 lakhs per month. That is equivalent to any software engineer or any top of the bracket, top 5% income in the country. You can check it out. Now, how long does it take for you? I don't know. This can happen in a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of years. It all depends on you and your effort and your network. I don't know that. I can't predict how long it's going to take for you. You say, oh, what is the average number? Well, to be very honest, this is for people who are ambitious. So ambitious people don't talk in terms of averages. It is the effort they put in, right? Now, we got started because, see, as you reach that level of this level, your level, what we call as a direct platinum or a platinum level. At this point, you're making 1.5 lakhs. Now, when you make that 1.5 lakhs, the person who's helping you makes that additional income, another additional income of 6%. And you have the same option too. A lot of us professionals got started because of this. Because see, if you are a platinum, once we teach you how to remain a platinum, how long does it take for you to remain that and maintain that? You will, because you're making 1.5 lakhs, you'll do whatever it takes to maintain your 1.5 lakhs. But we don't need to teach you again how to make that 1.5 lakhs. We've taught you, you've done it. We just need to teach you how to maintain it. So with that being said, what happens is that you maintain your volume, you make your money of 1.5 lakhs, but the person who's helping you makes 6% of your entire volume. But he's freed up his time. If he helps 3 people, he's called emerald. If he's helped 6 people, he's called a diamond. At a diamond level, you make about 5 lakhs, including their own. So just to give you some numbers, if you are a platinum and you keep it for 12 months, you make monthly about 76. These are average numbers. Somebody wanted average, so we got you some average numbers. But here are average numbers. You monthly make about 76,000 rupees. If you add all the bonuses I talked about, it will easily go to 1.5 lakhs based on your structure. Annually, it's about 9 lakhs. I think that's good income. Now, for helping 3 of your friends reach that founders platinum, you are called an emerald. You make monthly about 2.69 lakhs. That is some good money, good chunk of change. If you help 6 people, you make 7 lakhs. Now, you don't have to stop at 6. You can go to 9. You can go to 12. You can go to any number beyond that. It's up to you. You don't even have to go to that level. So I know people who had 76,000 rupees, they're saying that's good enough for me. They walked away from their job, or they have an option of walking away from their job and doing what they wanted. It is all about that. It's about creating that choice. That is why this is exciting. we as professionals got excited because we could teach somebody to become successful. Once that person becomes successful, we can make some money. In job, it doesn't happen like that. If your manager comes and says, hey, this is a new guy who's joined, teach him everything you know. Will you teach him everything you know? No chance. If you teach him everything you know, your job is gone. Here, it's reverse. If I teach you everything I know, you'll go platinum faster. The faster you go platinum, the faster I secure my 6%. So different this is. And it takes a while to understand that. And that's why we have this model as an example. Some of you will say, oh, you know what? The person who started first will make a lot of money. So let's say I'm A, right? Because I started with AB. So I'm A, I'm the founder's platinum. I help 2 other people go founder's platinum. Great. I make some money. But one of the person I introduced, B, he helps 3 people go platinum. Guess how much he makes? He makes 32 lakhs because he makes 6% of each of them. I made only 6% of 2 of them. He made off 3 of them. He makes more money than me. He started after me. Somebody goes down, he helps the person B, helps 6 people. He makes a lot more money than A and B. How did that happen? Because it is not based on your tenure. It is not based on how long you have been or things like that. It's not who you know. It is what is your performance. It is completely performance based. If somebody help more people, he should make more money. It doesn't happen in a job. Now, yes, this looks like a pyramid structure, but every pyramid structure is always looks similar. The only difference is that the top of the pyramid can be you. You can decide how big a pyramid you want to build. And pyramid structure, by the way, is the most stable structure and needs to be. In your job, you have that, right? All engineers at the bottom, then there are managers on top or team leads on top, managers on top, and that's a smaller number. And then the smaller number of directors, smaller number of VPs, and then one CEO. It's never the other way around, right? Multiple CEOs, multiple VPs, multiple directors, multiple team leads, and you one person working. Never works like that, right? So understand that pyramid is always there in any structure, any stable structure is always a pyramid structure. But this is not a pyramid model because here you can build your own structure if you want. So understand where we are coming from. So very, very different. Now you'll say, okay, what else is there in for me? Now, when you reach certain levels, as soon as you reach a platinum level, trips are awarded to you. And those trips are out of the country, if that's what you want. People from India have gone to Singapore, Switzerland, and all paid for. There are people on the screens out here who avail those trips. And everything is paid for, including ticket and luggage tag and everything. They don't have to pay for anything, including rooms and food and 5-6 days, all expenses paid for. And it is not just you, your family. Yes, through corporate, I have enjoyed some trips. Sharing a room with my other colleague. No, that's not what we are talking about. Here, your other colleague is your business partner, which is you and your family. So in most cases, it will be you and your spouse. How cool is that? That is the difference which is there, right? Which is available. And in case of pandemic like this, where nobody could go out, they encashed it and gave it back. Okay, here's the money and encash. Happens in your corporate trip like that. They encash your trip. No, there's no concept like this. Here they do. What next? See, I only covered the model at a very brief level, right? I'll urge you strongly to set up the meeting with the person who's invited you. He may give you some things to listen and learn and read and maybe some talks he'll share. Go through that. Analyze what is going on. Identify what you really want to achieve. And then build a case, as I said at the beginning, right? You got to build a case for why you want to do something. Why should he help you? That is something you have to build that nobody else can tell. Because he has the option, he or she has the option of working with anybody. So you have to convince that person why it should be you and not anybody else, right? And that is something you got to realize that, look, this is not something which is mainstream or something which you see every day happening. Now you spend your 9 to 10 on a Sunday evening, which means I believe that 1, you are ambitious, and 2, you had some reasons to come in here. Now, if that is true, then work with the person who's invited you and see if you qualify for some other presentation. Because see, I can only cover so much, and you can also grasp only so much, right? So I had fun talking with you. Make your own information, make your own decisions, gather right information. And once you do that, see if you're qualified to come on to the next stage. So with that, I had fun, as I said, talking to you guys, and you guys have been a great audience. And let me hand it over back to your host.